Yo. I see my name up in lights. Go hard or go home, no slacking in my sector. Just forget about the fortune, forget about the fame. Speak your truth and let that be the reason they remember your name. Weight of the world tonight. Can you feel the pressure that builds inside? Can you feel it?
Hey yo, it's Thursday, you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling episode 424. This is your captain speaking, and I will be joined momentarily by El Jefe Moses Marquez. Coming up tonight, it's Moses' favorite Thursday of the year. Happy 420, everyone. Coming up tonight, the annual post-Mania budget cuts are reportedly coming. Switchblade makes his Dynamite in-ring debut, and heel Trish is in full effect. Plus, beer has something to say to Kinny Killa. But before we begin, hit that subscribe button on youtube.com/maxwrestling. Follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you may be listening. And don't forget to visit maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for all your Max Wrestling needs. So while we await Moses' presence, why don't we go back in time with this week in wrestling history. And it's only a short trip in history this week. On April 14th, 2008, for the first time ever, the WWE Women's Championship changed hands in the UK when Mickie James defeated Beth Phoenix in London to win her fourth WWE Women's Championship. April 15th, 2001, during the two-man power trip, Triple H regained the Intercontinental Championship from Jeff Hardy after only losing it the week before to Jeff. And he'd only won it a week prior to that from Chris Jericho. April 17th, 2011, Mickie James won the TNA Knockouts Championship for the first time when she defeated Madison Rayne in a title versus hair 6 sides of steel match at Lockdown. And your final bit of history this week, April 19th, 2009, at Lockdown again, and I'm pretty sure not many people remember this. Mick Foley won the TNA World Championship, defeating Sting in a 6 sides of steel match. Yep, who remembers that Mick Foley was a TNA World Champion? And that is all your history this week.
And I don't know, with all that being said, let's jump into this week's headline. The WWE budget cuts. When will they begin? Is sooner, now, later, today, tomorrow? Who's leaving? Everybody? Anybody?
Everybody, yeah.
Everybody.
Just best of luck. Literally this year, best of luck in your future endeavors.
There's going to be so many cuts. So many cuts.
It's crazy because apparently they're going to be like aggressive cuts this year to save a lot of money. But they just made a shit lot of money from selling the damn company.
Well, yeah, and now that company, the bottom said, hey, you got too many motherfuckers on your roster.
Which is true, but...
And so, I'm pretty sure they did the same thing with like the UFC was like, hey, dude, you guys got a lot of fighters that don't fight, so they got to go bye. I mean, it sucks because we know how many dudes got brought back in strictly because H was like, hey, I want to build you. Hey, I want to build you. He's not in charge anymore, so let's go with that. However, there's this lovely rumor going around that Vince still officially has nothing to do with creative now. And I'm like, stop lying to yourself. If he's breathing, he's the creative. And I think I've said that line like over 100 episodes ago. You know what I mean? If he's breathing, he's in control.
Yeah.
And so that's the narrative there. So let's not fucking change up the game all of a sudden. Because, it's just he's just the front. No, he is the E. He has to remain it. If Trips is probably part of the creative team, he's probably like co-head or whatever, but he ain't the head. But,
it's not like on his contract or anything, but he can just be like, hey Hunter, do this.
Do this instead. I like Otis like this. Okay, well, I mean, we can keep him and fire everybody else. Who's everybody? I gave you a list. Like, what the fuck? I can see it now, honestly. Like, let's see. So and I'm gonna say him already because I was just listening to this. So Gable Steveson is going back to he's going back to the University of Minnesota. He's
Oh,
going
that was a
after
flop.
well, whose fault is that? They tried to build him, tried to build him, tried to build him. They wanted him to do collegiate wrestling or whatever on the side,
Yeah.
and that they would help him build it. Being showing up on the mic and this and that, and then his first match would be at Mania. Well, they scrapped that, which was dumb. Perfect opportunity. I'm sure you could have had anybody show up and do it. You could have fucking fed him somebody. It wouldn't have mattered. You know what I mean?
What's Corbin doing?
Thank you. Exactly. What's Corbin doing? There's somebody fucking around that could have got squashed in 3 minutes by this kid. But now he's going to go back to the University of Minnesota. He's going to try for his third NCAA championship. And I think he's going to attempt I want to say it's the 2024 Summer Games. Something like
Sounds
that.
right.
So it's like the prime guy that they wanted to build the fuck out of. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I'm leaving. So he wants to leave. Becky's not happy. If Becky's gone, Seth's gone. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And if you lose those two, oy, oy, oy. You thought losing fucking Brian and Mox was bad.
To be honest, I don't think there's much left for Becky to do. She's accomplished
there is
more than most women do in that company.
There's nothing more, but she's a star. That's the key, though. You know what I mean? She is a I've been there, I've done it star, and she can help build other people. But she's not happy. And I'm gonna tell you this: these people are not playing games no more. They are not willing to deal with all the negativity that comes with being a part of, I work for Vince. When it's like I can be happy over here. There is another game in town. It's like it's like WCW all over again. There is a second game in town. I can go have fun over here and make about the same amount of money. I won't be on TV as much, but I'll have fun. Or I can be on TV every single fucking week and hate my directive. And all of a sudden, 1 minute, I have a segment. I'm ready for my segment. You cut my segment. Now I'm eating wings with The Miz. Like, come on. I assume every week. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, but I assume every week that The Miz is eating wings in the back. That's just my assumption.
Yeah, I think Miz is loving his life right now, to be honest. He's just hanging out with Maurice backstage, doing a promo every now and then, taking a sucker punch and eating wings in the back.
He's the man. Life goal.
I don't want to do what we usually do and like pick names out of the air of who's going to get fired, because it's not really a very nice game to play. But
no, it's kind of mean.
There's a lot of people not doing shit right now. I've seen a lot of people mention Bray Wyatt, who has had probably the most deflating comeback ever.
Yeah. Deflating is one word. We can say other words. But we'll go with deflating. It sounds nice, right?
There's been plenty of disappointing comebacks, but he came in with all this fucking helium in his balloon and it's just gone. Pfft.
Helium, hot air. This guy, the balloon was gigantic.
Yeah.
The world was on fire for him. We couldn't wait. And they were there's no way you could fuck him up now. And and what happened? They had to go back to cartoony. It didn't work, and they were like, shit, well, we're not gonna fucking lie about it anymore. That didn't work. So you're going to the back.
Yeah, well, we gave you creative control. It didn't work. Uncle Howdy fucked up.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is bad.
Now Brock don't want to work with you. Bobby don't want to work with you. We got nothing for you at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we can't fuck debuting your brother. We can't get you a match. The hell about your brother?
I feel bad for Bray, but at the same time, he had all the direction this time. It was all on him.
He had all the direction and then some. He had direction and momentum. People were dying for him to come back. This guy was putting out YouTube vignettes to get fucking people around the world. Not, fucking all kinds of wrestling fans. Not just E fans. All kinds of wrestling fans. Ready for his return. His return built up. It was a fucking roller coaster. It got to the top. We were like, all right, cool. Maybe we're going to see Uncle Howdy. Oh, maybe we're going to do this. And except this roller coaster didn't have an up. That's just how it ended. It just went bam, and we just fucking got off the thing. That was it.
Usually with the budget cuts, we also see a lot of fat trimmed off with NXT,
Oh
who don't
man.
even make it to the main roster. They just get cut before they even get there.
And you know what sucks is there's some guys in NXT right now that I kind of like a lot. You know what I mean? Like I used to shit all over Andre Chase. I like that cat. I like him now. I don't want to. I don't want to see him leave. I don't want to see the fucking the nerdy guy that's not the nerdy guy, but the athletic cat that's with him. I don't want to see him going anywhere.
How about Giant Edge?
God, he's a failed. He is as failed as a try as you can make him. They tried to make him a monster. They tried to make him a babyface. They tried to do this. They tried to do that. I hope he goes away, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they stay with him just because of his size alone.
Yeah, he's a big guy. But he's not doing shit, Vince. Yeah, but he's a big guy.
Like, there was a team in NXT that once gone. The Grizzly Young Vets.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine, bye. I mean, that'd be great. They need to leave.
I didn't even realize who they were last time I saw them because they have like completely changed their names and the gimmick.
They're completely unrecognizable now. So I like for me, and like we haven't done this part yet. I would love to see them go to like Impact or something. You know what I mean?
Think they thrive in Impact.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's what another thing that the immediate thing is everybody's saying AEW. Oh, they're gonna go to AEW. Oh, dude, Impact's pretty good. Okay, you got to be watching Impact right now. Impact's pretty good, and on top of that, it is a smaller market for these former E guys to go there and get huge. Yes, again, we remember this whole influx for a while where if you left the E, you went to Impact, and maybe you got used big, and maybe you didn't. Whatever. Hey, vice versa. Okay, the E guys or the Impact guys went to the E and got huge. So maybe some E guys can go to Impact and get big again. We'll see. I mean, look at what's his face.
Nick Aldis just showed back up too.
Nick Aldis just showed back up. What's his name? What was his? He was one of the Forgotten Sons, Forgotten Brothers, whatever. Fuck, I forgot all about him.
Was it Steve Cutler? Did they call him?
Steve Cutler. That's the fucking name.
Obviously, Steve Macklin.
And now he's fucking Impact World Champ. You know what I mean? That's
great.
A fucking wasted fucking faction. Well, I wouldn't say wasted. They fucked them. Well, what's his name? Fuck the whole group.
The Gunner fucked him up.
Oh my god damn it, Ryder, you idiot. Fucked the whole thing up, and now, Macklin's a star in Impact, and you could have that with the Grizzled Young Vets. You can have that with some other cats that leave. I love Chad Gable, but for the love of God, release him. Release him just so he can go be gigantic anywhere else. Gigantic.
The thing he has going for him that probably won't lead to him getting released is he has a catchphase.
He does.
WWE love the catchphrases.
Oh, we could put that on a t-shirt. Fuck.
We can even put it in his theme song. Shoosh.
It works so well, though.
Yeah, he pulls it off. But speaking of Steve Macklin, a great week for that household. He's now world champion. Deanna's a 3-time Knockouts champion.
3-time.
Power couple of Impact right there.
Love it. I'm happy for him. I did not expect him to win, and not at all. I did 1,000% expect Deanna to win, though. But I mean, that's a given at this point. It's either her or it's Jordan. And I was like, I think Jordan just lost it, so they're like, all right, back to Deanna.
I think Jordan's contract is also expiring, and Deanna hasn't really done much lately, so it's about time she was back on top.
Jordan Grace is how can I put this? She's not everybody's cup of tea, and
even less so these days.
Yeah, but I still think she can get over. I still think that obviously she has a place in the wrestling world. I really do think that maybe she's going to just re-sign with Impact and stay there and do that. The idea of her going to AEW has been like rolling around in my schnoggin for a little bit. I don't hate it, and right now, in my personal opinion, again, and I like Jordan Grace. I've followed her for a while. I like the whole gimmick. Yes, she got into weird shape, whatever, fucking bodybuilding, get over it. To me, she's barely an upper mid Carter now in Impact. If she goes to AEW, she's a dark wrestler. She's on Dark. She's a mid-carder, you know. Maybe she'll be on Rampage, you know. She'll have that Ruby Riott run. Maybe she'll get some nice momentum. Oh, hey, I can't wait to be here. I can't wait to this. I can't wait to that. And then just fucking plateau for a while. You know, that or go to Ring of Honor. You can go to Ring of Honor. There ain't nobody in that fucking women's division. Go to Ring of Honor.
No. Sometimes I wonder if Ring of Honor still have a women's division.
The only there's like 3 people that I know for sure in that. Well, no, 4. So Sumi Sakai, Mercedes
Martinez.
Oh, that's right, Martinez. Oh my God, I was like,
yeah, not the other one.
well, wrong one. Oh, that's right, Mercedes Martinez. We haven't seen in fucking months.
No.
The champ right now, which is what's the goddamn broad's name now? Athena.
Yeah.
You got my favorite girl of all the wrestling right now, Willow. I'm loving everything Willow does. Everything Willow does is amazing, and she should have beat fucking Athena, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. But I don't know. I don't really know of anybody else. I mean,
they could probably put Thunder Rosa back there because she obviously ain't going to work with anybody on the AEW women's division.
Has she even been cleared yet? She had back issues, bro.
Yeah.
Back issues. You know,
I'm sure I read she's ready to return.
I haven't heard anything about that. I know that she's been doing commentary. That's all I know. She's been doing Spanish commentary.
Because obviously she was backstage last week with Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
She looked pretty good.
Well, see, I like her. I like Thunder Rosa a lot. I do think this like the same thing with like Ivelisse. The indie people get their heads get fucking like this, boy. They get like this. When they start telling you, oh, it's like $2,500 for me just to fucking show up. Oh, it's $2,000 just for me to fucking show up. Like your head gets like this. And that's fine, bro. I'd fucking show up for $200 a day at my fucking work, and my head's like that too, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. But at the same time, it's like you gotta understand. You're walking into the bobblehead place. Everybody's head is already like that. Sometimes you got to kind of shrink it to get it back like that because, you know, hey, they'll build you back up. They'll build that fucking big ass head back up. But you got to come in with a narrative, with a narrower perspective. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah. And hopefully it changed. I mean, if she's able to come back, I would love to see her in Ring of Honor. I think that would be easier. You know what I mean? Gain some trust there. Maybe you go back to the AEW. We'll see.
Yeah, as far as WWE goes, to be honest, I don't really watch it that much to know who's probably gonna go and who's not.
Right.
But I expect a lot of big shocks this time around. Because it's weird. It's like the more money they make, the more money they cut.
Bingo. There's a lot of cats I can see that former like US champs, IC champs, tag champs. I can see guys with name value getting cut. I'm really trying to think of some people. Like a dead ass. Now this one's a fucking reach, and I'm sure already somebody's gonna go and fucking laugh in my face. Randy Orton.
Wow.
Randy Orton, you know how much money Randy Orton makes?
Oh, a lot.
Randy Orton makes over $2 million a year, and the motherfucker barely wrestles. Okay, and hey, I'm not mad at him. I'm not hating the player. I'm trying to get into the game. That's how I'm trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Let me make fucking $2 million a year doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. He didn't do nothing, but you know what I mean. But the fact is like he's big money on the books. So you know you could release him. You could always do one of the NFL kind of deals. You can release him, re-sign him, not a big deal. Renegotiate, blah blah blah, change some money there. But I could absolutely see Becky going bye-bye. I could see Charlotte going bye-bye. I could see fucking Shayna Baszler going bye-bye. You know what I mean? There's mainstay people I can see, like that's why I brought up Chad Gable. Like I get the catchphrase thing, but I mean like if they have nothing for you after like a 6-month period, now's the time to cut you. You know, we thought Braun Breaker was going to be fucking brought up to the main roster. He hasn't yet. I don't think he's going to get cut. But I mean, he's a guy worth looking out for. Like, oh, wait a minute, maybe he goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really trying to think of other no, they want to finish Edge's contract, so he's going to hang out. We talked about Corbin. I mean, I know that they love him, but Where's he been? They can cut Corbin. You know, there's a lot of people.
I mean, we may
go ahead.
We may even get lucky. So from what I read, they want to cut like 50 million worth of jobs, but a lot of it's going to be behind the scenes because obviously they've merged with Endeavor now. So there's a lot of jobs that probably have multiple people doing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cameraman, riggers doing the lights. You got stage hands. I know I was close to that one. You got all kinds. There's a lot of jobs I'm sure that are doubled the hell up, and you can get I'm sure caterers and fucking janitorial, and I'm sure there's a lot of jobs. You know what I mean? A lot of dumb jobs that you could probably cut. I'm sure there's going to be roster cuts.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not as much. I'm hoping they're gonna start firing some like fucking bored people like that. You really want to make your 50 million quick? You start firing bored motherfuckers.
You want to stop wasting money? Take a look at the creative room.
Hey, there's a lot.
Sorry if I'm costing somebody their jobs there, but do better.
Oh yeah, please, bro, and don't give me no excuses. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. You guys have been on television since 1990. I want to say 3. It was when Raw originally started on USA Network. So don't tell me you don't know how to garner fucking attention. Don't tell me you don't know how to run a television station. There's a fucking competition. Not even really a competition. There's a guy. There's another brand that gets fucking pushed thanks to basketball. Not a dog show. That gets pushed thanks to basketball, and yet is still making almost 1 million viewers a week and has only been on TV for 3.5 years. When you've been on television for 20 plus. Make it make sense.
Oh, it was 30 years this year, yeah.
30 years. Oh my God, 30 years. So again, now I'm going to start telling everybody, okay, you want fucking AEW to have 1,000 or 1 million plus viewer ratings, be on television for 27 more years. And then let's do the comparison.
Yeah. But you can't deny that fucking rise in the first couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And as for the creative job, we're comedy writers. Then why the fuck you writing for a wrestling show? Why'd you go for this job?
Oh, well, I heard they paid really well. Well, I can't blame you there.
But that's besides the point.
I can't blame you there. But then again, I don't. Yeah, I'm with you, and that's been a problem with the E for a long time. Long time. They wanted to get into the TV realm, and if we could work like this, how they do on television, it'll come out better because television. It's like, dude, wrestling. This is a wrestling show. We need if you want to make it TV based, at least bring in wrestling fans. You know what I mean? Freddie Prinze Jr. understood
Freddie Prinze,
it.
yes.
You know what I mean? He understood the game. Fuck, you could have brought in was it Melissa Joan Hart for crying out loud. Yeah. She's a fucking massive wrestling fan, and she knows TV like the back of her fucking hand. So it's like, come on, dude. There's a plethora. There was a plethora of motherfuckers out there you could have got, but you decided to go the TV edge, and now this is where we're at, and that's why it's sports entertainment.
Get Fred and Sabrina.
Fred and Sabrina. I love it though. Come on.
But the timing is sketchy, really, for them to be firing a bunch of people from the roster because we got the freaking draft coming up in a couple of weeks.
Well, all they're gonna fucking do is move people around. That's all the draft ever is just people get moved around. Oh, now you're gonna be on Raw. You're gonna be on SmackDown. Is NXT gonna be involved? Oh yeah, exactly. You're still gonna fucking show up on the other show.
NXT's probably going to be involved because there's people that's been there for a while that we kept thinking are going to get called up. Braun Breaker has been mentioned a few times, but obviously he's only just dropped the NXT title and then turned heel, so I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope. Which sucks because it's like he's staying. Carmelo Hayes has to stay. So then who the fuck there would you want to bring up? Since you don't want to bring it, since Grizzled Young Vets want out, there goes any tag team. Grayson Waller, having him on the main roster is absolutely disgusting. You want to expose the fuck out of somebody, you put him on the main roster, and Grayson Waller will be beyond exposed on the main.
Put him in a ring with Seth.
Oh my God. Please note.
Actually, no, Seth can carry people.
He can, but I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see. I don't want Seth to put in so much work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want him. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I just don't. There's nobody there. I'm like, oh, Dragon Lee. He's had like a match. There's no reason to like fucking immediately shoot him to the main.
Yeah, that was a huge signing, and I've heard nothing about him
Well,
on WWE.
from what I'm hearing, is they want to do like a slow build, and apparently he's a part of the ladder match for the North American Championship. I think it's a ladder match, or at least a
Oh,
four-way.
another one.
Yeah, something like that. And so I'm thinking he'll probably win that, be fast tracked to the NXT title, and then, be the guy that's the mainstay of NXT for a bit. Because they, according to them, had huge plans. I'm hoping they fucking stick with it. Having these quote unquote huge plans is nice if that, it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we like Leo. I was about to say Leo Rush. We like fucking Dragon Lee. Okay, I like him a lot. I really wanted him to hang out at AEW, Ring of Honor, whatever. But if you're gonna have him in NXT, at least use him well.
Axiom, I like too. Never
hell
seen much,
yeah.
but I like, aka a kid.
A Kid is awesome. But Axio, his fucking mask I think I've said this before too, but if not, everybody needs to go look this video game up immediately. So for the Super Nintendo, they had a very fighting-esque wrestling game called Saturday Night Slam Masters. And there was a final boss at the end of it, and I forgot I think his name was Viper. And his fucking mask looks exactly like is it Axio? Whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, but it's fucking badass, and I love it, and it reminds me of my childhood. So, but he's good. I mean, he was another guy that they brought in, and I was hoping they would do a lot more with. But I mean, you put a mask on a guy that never had a mask. Hey, fuck it.
Scorpion. I see
Scorpion. Thank you. You get what I mean now?
Yeah.
God, that game was so much fun. It's literally it's a fighting based wrestling game. So it's like you could do wrestling moves, but there wasn't a grapple. So it was like playing Street Fighter, but in a wrestling ring. And I loved the shit out of it.
All right, this is
Hell,
something we need to bring back.
I still have. I think I have it on my Switch.
Kenny Bucks, this seems like your type of game. Bring this back.
Bring it back, bro. Come on, but don't tell me you haven't played it because I know you'd be full of shit.
I think that's pretty much all we can say about the budget cuts. I mean, they happen every year, so we can't really blame Endeavor. We know it always happens after Mania, and chances are at least half of them are going to get rehired in a few months.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It'll be one of those things where it looks good on the books, and, oh, hey, well, come on back.
Yeah, it's like we're making the money back from Mania. Now we've made more profit. Let's get a couple people back. Also, it gives you that return pop, which is always good.
Oh, you can never go wrong with the return pop.
All right. Let's see if we can get another 60-second promo this week.
All right. Well, let's get in there. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's see if y'all can get there before we do. If I do not guess the identity of this fella in the next 2 minutes, I'm cutting up a 60-second promo at the end of the show. Can we do it back-to-back weeks? Time to find out. It is Guess the Wrestler.
I wonder who this could possibly be.
Who is it? Who the hell is it?
Guess the Wrestler. He's the wrestler, better than all the wrestlers. All right, let's get those 2 minutes on the clock.
There's
a lot of titles to go through. I don't even know if I can go through them all in 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. Here we go. This ought to be fun.
All right, let's kick it off with Big Time Wrestling Heavyweight Champion 1 time, Canadian Wrestling International Heavyweight Champion 1 time, Dutch Heavyweight Champion 1 time, Mid-Atlantic Hardcore Champion 3 time, Heavyweight Champion 1 time, and Tag Team Champion 1 time.
Mid-Atlantic. Bruce Brody?
No. Did we even know Mid-Atlantic had a hardcore title?
I know. That's what's really throwing.
Oh, also 3 time and current.
3 time and how the fuck? What the? Okay, sure.
I'm gonna have to take a look how long that title's been going after this. PCW, Preston City Tag Team Champion 1 time. IWGP 2-time Tag Team Champion. Let's see.
Carl Anderson?
No, but I mean, obviously you get it. It's a tag team guy. WWA World Heavyweight Champion 1 time, Tag Team Champion 1 time. Wrestling All Stars 1 time Heavyweight Champion. He won a lot of heavyweight titles too.
Ah, damn. What fucking
Let's move
jackass?
to Jimmy Crockett. A 1-time WCW champion, 2-time TV champion, 2-time US champion, including NWA and WCW World Tag Team and United States Tag Team, 8-time Tag Team champion.
8 time. Rick Steiner. Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, yeah.
All right.
22 seconds to go.
Oh, let's go.
People, you were 22 seconds away from
22.
Moses' first promo.
Oh, man.
We didn't even cover WWE or TNA.
Didn't
2-time
need to.
tag team champion in TNA with Booker T and Eli Drake, aka LA Knight.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. I remember that now. Oh, that's when he came back from the restaurant business. Oh, my fucking shit.
Wow, he won Feast or Fired in 2007 twice.
Huh?
He won 2 briefcases for the X Division and the world title. Obviously, didn't win with either one of them.
Okay. Sure.
Then they did that whole Indian spin-off of TNA, Rinka King. He won the tag team title there with Abyss.
Dumb as shit, but for show.
WWE 2-time tag team champion, and that's it. And Hall of Fame.
No, when you hit me with the 8-time, I was like, okay, there's only a handful of 8s. You know, there's only a handful of 8s. But then it kept throwing me out because, like, you went mid, and I was like, okay, so it's got to be like an older head. I was like, it's got to be somebody from like the 80s, like prime in the 90s. So it was like, I was about to start throwing out, like, I was at first, when the second you said like Canadian, I was going to be like, Bret Hart. Fuck no.
Oh, yeah, Scott Steiner been all over the place. So,
I guess
7-time World Tag Team Champion and 1-time US Tag Team Champion.
I remember the U.S. tag titles. I do. I remember when they won them, went to Japan, won the IWGP tag titles, came back, cast those in. I wanted to say to beat the Midnight Express for the current tag, for the WCW tag title. NWA tag titles.
Moving on to the Wrestling Observer Awards. Match of the Year, 91, with Rick against Hiroshi Hase and Kensuke Sasaki.
Oh, what?
That was WCW New Japan Super Show.
Okay,
Obviously, worst worked match of the year in 2003 with Triple H at the Royal Rumble.
I would fucking hope so, bud. I would hope so, because if there was a worse one in 03, I haven't seen it, and I don't want
to. What a horrible payoff.
Dude, I'm getting bad flashbacks right now from that fucking match.
That was awful.
Bad flashbacks.
All I remember is Steiner stripping Triple H.
Okay, am I wrong? But wasn't this biker shorts?
Yeah, this was biker shorts Triple H. That was a weird phase.
That was the weirdest of phases. Oh,
didn't last very long.
Thank God.
So let's take a look at this friggin' NWA Hardcore title.
Right, please. I'm so fucking confused. When the fuck did that happen?
And how is it still active? Apparently it's not. What the fuck?
NWA Power? Does Power have a fucking hardcore title? And why the fuck would they do?
Like, you click the link and it just takes you straight to the NWA's main page. And the only titles they have active is the heavyweight, TV, junior heavyweight, and the national title.
Oh, here we go. It's considered the NWA Texas Hardcore Championship.
All right.
How the fuck is it active then? So what the fuck are you talking about? It was abandoned in 01. Kind of fucking goddamn.
So he was the last champion and then never retired it or whatever?
No, I guess that wasn't. No, he wasn't even it. Hold on, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on? Now I'm extra confused. I want to know all the answers. You give me the answers right now. Cage match. Come on, hook me up, motherfucker.
That's it. MACW Hardcore Championship.
Oh, are they fucking mixing? Yeah, they've got to be mixing it up. Yeah, no, because I don't see.
Well, he's been champion for 1,888 days.
God,
He won it in 2018.
Yeah, it is the Mid-Atlantic. What the fuck? So he never vacated the belt, is what you're telling me.
Pretty much, yeah, he just kept it.
Well, wait a minute. Well, he won it back in 2012. Hold on, what the fuck is going on? So pause. Okay, listen to this shit. I thank you, fucking cage match. So he won it in 2012, lost it to Buff Bagwell. Fucking Buff Bagwell, who had it for 3 years, then lost it back to Scott Steiner, who had it for a year, lost it back to some fucking nerd named Jeff Lewis Neal, and apparently at some time, was it back in fucking February of 2018, February 17th of 2018, Scott Steiner, for the third time, became the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling Hardcore Champion, 1888. That's what the almost 2,000 days. He ain't wrestled in years.
That's like the most obscure title ever.
It is the most obscure title ever. Are you kidding me? This is a bonus trivia question. That is. That is a 5-point question right there.
Because like
who is the longest reigning fucking hardcore champion of all time? And if your answer is not Scott Steiner, it's wrong.
Like Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling isn't even a thing.
I was gonna say, didn't they go under?
Yeah, NWA own all the Mid-Atlantic stuff.
So where the fuck is this belt being defended?
Apparently, Johnny Swinger's still the MACW Heavyweight Champion. Jeez.
Where are these belts being defended? That's what the fuck is going. We went down a rabbit hole of some crazy shit, and I need all the answers. I need them all.
Nobody seems to know even when he won it. It was just someday in 2017.
Yep.
And Buff Bagwell also won it someday in 2017.
Someday
people just stopped following in 2017.
They're just like, hey, let's give it to Buff Bagwell. All right. Hey, on what show? There's a show? I'm just putting this on the internet. All right.
They just got a call from Dave every now and then. Like, who's your current heavyweight champion? Johnny Swinger. When did he win it? Oh, a few months ago.
Okay. I'll fill the blanks. Like, all right, here we go. All right, here we go. That or fucking Scott and fucking Buff Bagwell having dinner. They're like, hey, I got this belt. You want to wear it? Sure. And he walks out. Bam, there's a new champ. Like, what the fuck happened? We had wine.
Oh, man. I think that's more entertaining than a promo. We just fell down a rabbit hole of this imaginary championship.
For all you, I'm dead ass. For all you like hardcore wrestling fans that like want to quiz your friends, that is your new official stumper question. Who is the longest reigning hardcore champion of all time? And when they tell you, oh, like Sabu, no, Scott Steiner, they watch their fucking head explode. Watch their fucking head explode.
I know one thing. If anybody can find a replica, it's got to be DC.
Oh, DC, find it, baby.
You didn't think I was really gone, did you?
It's tragic how we wound up this way. They mortgage the future.
Welcome back to the Cap and Mo Show. We're here every single Thursday. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, wherever it is you may be joining us, and head to the website maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
Damn right. Still to come this week. Budget cuts are apparently coming to WWE. Sorry.
Yeah, don't cut anybody from AEW.
Don't do it yet. Is Chris Jericho about to work with CM Punk again? Might do the again. And Jay Wright makes his All Elite Dynamite debut.
All right.
Okay.
But first, It's time for stupid shit people say online. This is shit Max say.
God damn it, you suck.
OMG.
Eggplant emoji.
WTF.
Santa Claus emoji.
Thought he was dead. LOL.
Peach emoji.
Shit Marks say.
Names have been changed to protect their stupidity.
Oi.
Who's not been very easy on TikTok to kick things off?
Okay, so TikTok has officially become the magical place of we follow the word of Bischoff. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's one guy. God damn it! I wish I should have looked his fucking name up. User a bunch of names, but the dead ass. That's what it is. He's brand
He's
new
an
to the
egg.
TikTok. There you go. He's brand new to the TikTok world. And hey, dude, I grew up watching WCW. Okay, like I hated Bischoff with a passion. I understand his genius or whatever, but to like follow his current word and say like he's smarter than Cornette, like first off, I hate Cornette just as much, but like to say that fucking Bischoff is smarter than Cornette, oh my Lord Jesus, oh my God, that threw me for a loop. I went to, so here's the fun part about TikTok, and I love this sometimes. Every now and again, I'll go to like stitch somebody's video, and for some dumb reason, I guess I don't hit the button and it hangs out in the drafts. And I'm like, shit. And then I'll end up deleting the draft. But I'm going to go and attack him later. I wouldn't say attack him. I'm sorry myself. I'm going to go and correct him later. But it's honestly the toxicity of TikTok has slowed way the fuck down. Everybody's a lot nicer to everybody right now. But, and I do mean but, that's until you bring up any the elite of any capacity. So I think I'm just going to start making like daily videos about how much I love the elite, and so I can get all the hate. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, all right then. On the Twitter side of things,
Okay.
I got 3 this week. First up,
Okay.
we have John Don't Know Shitovich.
It's one of the best names ever.
John responded to the video of Trish's promo, which we'll get to later on, her heel promo from Raw, saying, good heel promo. Wow, they also said, like, she was, like, obviously such a big impact on the women's division and everything.
Yeah.
And put the women's division back on. Oh, she said, actually, like, I was the first woman that made you give a shit about the women's division.
Yes.
John says, good heel promo, but false. That was China by a mile. False.
Bro.
China wrestled men.
I was about to say,
until
she
like
wrestled,
2001.
She wrestled dudes, bro. Dudes.
I'm actually scrolling now. I don't think she wrestled a single female one-on-one until
2000. I want to say, what was it? WrestleMania 17?
I think a little bit before that. Maybe I think it was like the early 2001. I'm in 2000 now, and all I'm getting is either men or mixed tags.
Yeah, no, her singles run in the women's division was not a thing until after the turn of the millennium.
Literally, her first ever one-on-one female versus female match was December 11th, 2000.
Oh, again,
against
after the
Ivory.
turn of the millennium. So,
and she left like less than a year later. So don't tell me she put the women's division on the map. She did a lot for women.
Now, again, here's that's the thing. Now, listen to that comment, the women's division. So I'm sure there could be some old head out there that's going to yell, Sunny or what's her face, Marlena. They weren't wrestlers. You know, they were managers. They were valets. So it was that's a little bit different. But like the first set of female wrestlers, Trish was one of them. Lita was another one. So yeah, I'm 1,000% Trish. I got all my attention to Trish, all my youthful attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like China was not interested in the women's division.
No.
She was IC champion multiple times.
Thank you.
She was DX through and through. She only became women's champion in like the last 9 months of her career in WWE.
And I swear to God, that only happened because of the sex tape.
Yeah.
I swear to God. They were like, oh, yeah, we can finally book her as a woman. Like, well, she is a woman. Yeah, you know what I mean? No, I don't.
She's done Playboy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, bud. Come on.
So yeah, I mean, China was very inspirational, groundbreaking for sure, but
Oh yeah,
she didn't put the women's division on the map
I'm about
at
to say
all.
wrong division, pal. Wrong division.
Put the IC division on the map.
That she did. That she did.
Get in the bin. And next up, we have still 12 years old since 1999.
This is gonna be so
Um,
bad. I can already tell.
This is actually a response to JD from New York, so it
Hey, my
makes
man.
him look sensible. I mean,
Most of the time.
not sensible, but calm for
Oh,
once.
he's not
Um,
calm. But okay, I can't wait for this one now.
Again, this is about the women's division, and JD said, and very factually, we just mentioned, like, there's nothing for Becky to do. I'm sorry, but women's wrestling in WWE is ice fucking cold. Legitimately, nothing is exciting or must see. I don't even know what can be done to fix it. I think that's a fair point.
Super fair point. And it's not like it's like a negative thing. It wasn't like a jab, like this is what is so bad. It's just a what can we do? We have talent, but what is there to do?
Exactly the point. There's plenty of talent, but you're not doing shit with them to make people invested. And still 12 years old since 99, who also has a picture of Mike Tyson in a DX shirt, by the way, says, maybe, just maybe, no one cares about women's wrestling. I'm telling you now, they need to bring back bra and panties matches for the entertainment value.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
There's a website for that. It's called Pornhub.
There's a bunch
This
of
is
websites.
wrestling.
There's a bunch. Hell, if if that's what you're that interested in, there's an entire site of fucking TikTok for that player. There's an entire site of fucking Instagram, Twitter, you name it, big dog. You go on ahead, you get that whacking hand ready. Don't forget your lotion and make sure to clean up after yourself. But that's not. Let me stop myself. They used that because that was a part of the writing directive. That was their idea of, oh, this is our way of connecting with the fans, because the hottest thing on television at the time was Jerry Springer, and all we always saw was random fights. And, oh, well, that would pop the crowd. So you know what would pop the crowd? If they fought, but if they got naked while they fought. Oh, hey, all right. We've evolved from that. We understand that women can be athletes more than sex objects. So we apologize for those bad times. We were ugh men, and we can't blame ourselves. We were also children, so don't get too mad at us. But we've moved on, bro. We don't need it. In all reality, these ladies are hot as it is, and they don't fucking need bras and panties. They don't need it.
Let's be honest, a lot of them don't wear much more anyway.
Exactly. So what the fuck, bro? You're just fucking mad. You're just mad at life.
Like, take a look at, like, Gigi Dolan, for example. If you put her in a bra and panties match, literally, how much more skin are you actually going to see?
Dude, not much.
There's already
Not
plenty
much.
of skin on show.
Her fucking cheeks are already hanging out now. You know what I mean? Say, fucking look at the other side of the spectrum. Let's go to the fucking AEW side of the coin real quick. Fucking look at Toni Storm. How much fucking shorter her fucking shorts gonna get then? You know what I mean? Jamie Hayter, same thing. Fucking Jade. They're basically in bra and panties now, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You're just you think that all women should be sexualized, and that's not the case. They can be strong women. They can be I was going to say, is it encourageable? That's probably the wrong word I'm looking for. But they can be role models, and they have been role models. Look at the fucking Bianca Belair's entrance, for crying out loud. People are loving what the women have become, and that's why there's no point in going backwards, homie. We're going forwards with life. We're evolving. Shut the hell up. Get in the bin.
They've kind of cut the middleman out. You don't need to strip off because they're not wearing very much anyway. So they're already looking hot. Now they're just kicking each other's ass.
Bingo.
Just
simplicity, baby.
Get your backwards thinking brain back in the bin.
Hey.
And as far as nobody cares about women's wrestling has done plenty in the past, like, decade.
Nobody cares about women's wrestling yet. The best match on WrestleMania was a women's match.
Again,
thank you. The only segment worthwhile on this whole thing besides Brock and Roman is, Brock and
Cody. Yeah.
Brock and Cody. My bad. Is the Trish story. So somebody who started the division in '99 is relevant in the 2020s because of bra and panties?
And how much is Becky Lynch getting paid?
Hoy. I ain't seen a cheek yet.
So don't tell me nobody cares about women's wrestling.
Like, come on, bro. So, like, they are more than objects, player. They're more than objects.
There's a bit of a trend this week, and finally we have Creepy Steve.
Ugh,
The comment
already
isn't
sounds
creepy,
bad.
but the picture is. But
I
it's
believe the picture is.
it's like Sam fucking Roberts, but completely bald.
Oh,
He says it's hilarious to see people complaining about fake crowd noise. It's a TV show. You think all that canned laughter on your favorite comedies is real? I mean,
no.
yes, there is canned laughter, but they do have a studio audience sometimes. But you can literally see the audience in wrestling, and there's thousands of them.
That's the difference, player. That's the
And
difference.
half the time they're interacting, that they are literally part of the show. It's not like we're watching a comedy show being filmed. We're in a live performance.
Yeah, exactly. The crowd does not get a sign that says applaud, cheer, whatever. They don't get the signs like you would. Have you ever been to? I have never personally been to a live studio taping, but there's been plenty of '90s television shows that have gone to the backstage and shown you the crowd and the big ass thing that says applause and all this other shit. So they're getting cues to help the show. As in, for wrestling, you're filling an arena, not a stage with 200-300 people, maybe 100 people, maybe 80 people. You're filling a fucking arena with thousands. Do you understand me? Thousands of people. And if I have to pipe in crowd noise, that's a problem.
That's embarrassing.
That's it. That's what the problem is, bro. It has nothing to do with it helps look good on television. You know what helps look good on television? When the crowd goes nuts. Now the sound of the crowd goes nuts, and I see my entire camera side sitting on their hands. Now, granted, I understand we only get to see this box of people, and there's all this around us. But if this box of people ain't doing shit, nobody else is. I'll tell you that right now. As a guy who's been to a lot of shows, if them motherfuckers ain't doing shit, ain't nobody else doing shit.
And often they're the ones sitting on their phones.
Exactly. So it's like, understand the difference, please, please.
Like
Not hard.
the show we went to a couple of weeks ago with Chad and Beer and Phoenix. So the first time we went last year, we were like by the ramp, not making an awful lot of noise. This year we were front row. There was the ring, and we were a lot rowdier.
Exactly.
Once you're in that position, you kind of have a responsibility.
Bingo. You have a responsibility. You are the crowd shaker. You guys are if you look good, the crowd's going to look good. If this section is getting bananas, the whole section is going to get bananas. Yes, it takes one guy to start the chant, but trust me, when you're in the right spot to start said chant, everybody's going. Everybody's going.
It's also like changing a narrative too. Like people are booing something, so okay, we're gonna pipe in crowd noise to make it look like they're cheering something, but then clearly nobody's enjoying it, so it looks weird.
It looks weird when I can see the difference than what I'm hearing.
And it also does sound fucking fake.
It's like a sumbitch.
So Creepy Steve, you can get in the bin too, and they are marked, and that's the shit they say.
You creepy fucks.
But we've got a brand new Max Wrestling special event coming your way on May 25th as we present Full House. Featuring Double or Nothing predictions, it's the first event created specifically for an AEW pay-per-view.
That's right. And last week, we found out that I was Daniel Crimmins' choice to team up to challenge the Captain and the Phoenix for the Max Wrestling Tag Team Championships in Tag Team Trivia Turmoil.
All right, challenge laid down, challenge accepted. We also saw another challenge laid down last week for your World Championship. You were essentially offered an ultimatum by Anon Mascaras. Have you reached a decision on that?
Speaking of such, I'll be right back.
All right, then.
Anon Mascaras, the talk about whatever the fuck your name is, Playboy. Fact of the matter is there's a long line of worthy opponents that should get a title shot before you, but you see, I'm what they call a fighting champion, a respectable champion. Somebody who's willing to take on the underdog to prove a point. But you see, here's the funny thing. I'm not any normal guy. I'm not any normal champion. Yo soy el jefe. And now with that being said, there's another thing that not a lot of people know about El Jefe, and that's his background. You see, you ain't hacking to find me, but the fact of the matter is with 2 types of my keyboard, I found you just as easy as you found me. You see, many perks come when you're an IT major. We're not talking hacking right now. We're talking about the World Championship. Not that one. One you don't get to see because you ain't privileged enough to see it. So maybe if you're lucky, you get an up-close visual at the next pay-per-view. So with all that being said, I accept your challenge. Let's see if you got what it takes, mystery man. But just remember, I'll find you before you find me.
Well, there we go. Challenge accepted. You have, ladies and gentlemen, your world title match set for Full House. Now we just need to find out who the fuck Anon Mascaras is.
Yeah, who the fuck is you, bro?
Well, Television Championship will also be on the line. 2 weeks ago, I extended an invitation to defend my title against Ted P. De Niro under TV rules. Obviously, we've never faced before, so it will be first time ever.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. And for all your other information, go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/Full House. But we have more to add. I think there's another match to add to the card for the first time ever. We will hear from Beer in his very first video promo to address the knowledge title defeat by Kenny Killa.
Let's see.
One mistake. One stupid mistake. And it cost me my knowledge championship. That is mine. And I'm gonna live with it for a long, long time. Until I claim back what is mine. That was stolen from me. Stolen from me. Promo Mania, I will never, ever live that moment down until I get what I want. Kinny, I got all the respect in the world for you. You are one of the GOATs. But in the words of what a wise man called Eric Ten Hag said, all eras come to an end. And your era is going to come to an end when it comes to Full House. At Full House, I will become your new knowledge champion. And if I don't, I'm seemingly going to be wasting my fucking time. Full House, the championship is coming back home where it belongs. Next to me.
All right. Well, I guess we should make it official. The thing is, with Double or Nothing coming up, we did it last year at Trivia Takeover. The knowledge title is defended under Double or Nothing rules, which means Kinny will set the score. Beer then has 1 extra minute to double that score in order to win the championship.
Oh, yeah.
And
The uphill climb is real.
That's the double part. As for the
Mm.
nothing, this is third go around. So if Beer is unsuccessful this time, that's no more title shots as long as Kinny's champion.
I'm pulling for you, Beer.
Like we couldn't make it any more intense than it was at Mania.
Goodness gracious, this rivalry will never ever stop, and I will never ever stop loving it.
Oldest one in the book.
Boy.
All right. In other news, we've mentioned it briefly. Trish's heel promo was good. Very
stuff.
good on Raw. Considering like she hasn't been a heel or like full time for like almost 20 years. Yeah, 20. Wait a minute. Is that right? 2006. She retired full time.
Really? Was it that soon? Yeah, it was that soon.
But yeah, so for a while she hasn't been a heel. She's made a few appearances as the classic Trish, but we're experiencing heel Trish now, and it's very, very good.
I like it.
She held her own against a crowd that was trying to give her the what treatment, that was covering her with booze, and she made some decent points too. Like she set the bar very high a long time ago, and I like that they've found a reason for her and Becky, being that Becky has pretty much said that she's the one that's put women's wrestling on the map, where Trish did it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting two generational trendsetters one-on-one.
I love it.
And heel Trish is very, very feisty.
She's feisty and fine as shit. For something who's like just before 50 years old, good God. Good God.
Yeah, literally that trending TikTok with fucking Celine Dion.
Oh, right.
Me at 10, me at 33.
Same. Tell me, boy.
I hope they do keep it till SummerSlam.
Yeah, please.
Because apparently
don't blow this off.
They're both dealing with nagging injuries right now. I can't remember what Becky's injury was, but Trish apparently worked WrestleMania with a slightly torn hamstring.
Oh, fuck! That's gotta suck.
Couldn't tell she was injured though. So
no,
good job.
Fucking tough broad.
But I definitely don't want this wasted in Saudi. Don't do it in Saudi.
No, don't. No. Save this for a big show. Let them get healed. Understand that part. Let them get healed, and then do it at SummerSlam. Because where's SummerSlam going to be? Detroit.
Detroit, yeah.
Perfect.
And it's early August this year, so it's not that far away.
So what? Call it 3.5 months.
Yeah.
Come on, we can make that work. We can make it work. Come on.
I'm gonna find out what Becky's injury is now.
I know, right? I was curious. I was like, what is she battling? Maybe hopefully not a shoulder thing. I don't know.
Because that's why she missed Raw this week, and she put out that little cryptic tweet, which got everybody thinking she was on her way out.
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm out of here.
What is it?
Staying home because I'm injured, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck you. It's expected that Becky and Trish will meet at Backlash.
Oh,
I don't want to see it at Backlash. Keep it till SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
No. Oh, a minor foot injury is what Becky has.
Uh-huh.
That's all they're giving us.
So she stubbed her toe real bad. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Getting out the shower. Boom.
Bam. Oh, that sucks. You kidding me? That'll ruin your whole day.
Also on Raw, like you said, we got a little bit of a brawl between Cody and Brock. That's now official for Backlash.
That's fine. I don't. Who the fuck is dressed in Brock? Who is dressed in Brock? Looking like fucking Brock Helsing out here, boy. I swear to God, I laughed so hard. I was like, I really want. Like, I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be really good, and well, at least decently good. I think Cody's going to help Brock be have a good match. There's guys that carry Brock to great matches, and I think Cody's going to be one of them. And but this fucking coat, this fucking, I've got guns underneath my coat kind of shit, fucking threw me off. And then didn't Trish have the same shit?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm like,
Trish
are you
had
guys
the classic trench coat?
I'm like, are you guys from fucking both from Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan, whatever the fuck y'all live? Goddamn Canada.
I'm gonna get people on Google right now. Brock looked exactly like Creighton Duke from Jason Goes to Hell.
I fucking have seen that. I'm gonna have to look it up right goddamn now, because I'm like, I've seen that.
Let's get a live reaction.
Jason Duke. Oh no, don't give me some fucking bullshit. Nah, bullshit. Dude, from what was it? Hold on, said
Guarantee Mike is listening to this now and he just popped.
what goddamn movie was it again?
Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, Creighton Duke.
Not Jason Goes to Jail. The fuck? Holy son
Jason
of a
goes to
bitch!
jail. Damn.
Oh, Brock, stop watching horror movies. Oh my god, it's the same thing.
It's exactly the same
It's
outfit.
the same thing. All he's missing was the brown vest,
Yeah.
and the blue shirt. Somebody get him a brown vest and blue shirt right now, right fucking now.
Played by
What?
Perfection by Stephen Williams,
Oh.
not to be confused with Dr. Death.
Don't confuse him now. Don't confuse him. Oh my god.
But Cowboy Brock's taking a weird turn. It also looked a little small for him, the trench coat.
Yes, bro. It did not look like it really fit him.
If you're gonna be a heel, Brock, just go for the old fucking cut-off shirt, whatever.
I said, yeah, go back to what? Yeah, just wear your cutoff with your cowboy, dude. I don't know what the fucking jacket was just bananas. Like I said, I got immediate Van Helsing vibes. Now I'm getting this fucking cat, and I'm just like, I can't take him seriously. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm excited for the match. I am, but leave the fucking coat. Leave it at home. Do not come out with that fucking coat on. I swear to God, I will roast the shit out of you.
Gunslinger Brock.
Oh my God. I wonder how many vampires you took out before the show. Son of a bitch.
Creeper Brock. Jeepers Creepers Brock.
Oh, fuck.
They just keep coming. The comparisons keep coming.
They're just coming, bro. The wheels don't stop. Son of a bitch. Really trying not to take more.
Obviously, I wouldn't be saying this stuff to Brock's face.
He'd probably laugh. I'm not even going to lie. He'd probably laugh his ass off. He'd be like, oh, shit. I'm never wearing that thing again.
Oh boy. But yeah, the brawl was very quickly broken up. Cody Cody just wants a piece of Brock.
That's all he wants. And I mean, then they're gonna get it. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a good one. This is the summer of Cody. We're not the summer yet.
We're in the
It's gonna
year
be the
of
season
Cody.
of Cody. There you go, the year of Cody. I don't know if they're gonna go fucking full charge and everything Cena mode. You know what I mean? I don't know if he'll beat Brock, he'll win the Rumble, he'll do he'll do the. I don't know if he's gonna do all of it like that, but I do know that this is step one in wherever the fuck they're going.
Yeah.
And if they're smart, it ends here. It does not get extended. We don't push it into SummerSlam. It's done.
pretty sure Roman's not working Backlash, so this is
Fuck
probably
no.
going to be the main event too.
Of course he's not working Backlash. Are you kidding me? He laughed.
He's
They called
holding
me.
on till Night of Champions.
He's like, hey, bro, do you want to show up at the show? He's fucking. Boop.
The rest of the Bloodline now, we're getting a 6-man tag between the Bloodline, Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn.
Interesting team, and I like it. Very PWG.
Is this the one that if the Bloodline loses or something? What the fuck was Paul Heyman's stipulation?
Was there a dumbass stip? Oh, God. This is what happens when you don't listen to Paul Heyman.
I don't think it was an official stipulation, but it was like Roman's not gonna be happy. It was more of a threat than a stipulation.
I have no idea. Got nothing. Whatever. Heyman said some shit.
Yeah. But it came across like he was saying it to KO and Sammy, but he was stood behind the Usos while he was saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of sketchy.
Well, at the same time, we already know that Roman's not happy with the Usos because they lost the tag titles. I know that he's not happy with Solo because he lost to Cody. So there's inner turmoil within the Bloodline, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're stirring the pot. Heyman is. So I just there's a certain part of the internet or TikTok or wherever, I want to just go with the whole internet to be general, where they believe that it's Jimmy. Jimmy's the guy. Is it Jimmy or Jay? One of the Usos is the guy to end it all for Roman, because apparently that's where the animosity has started and and it's a super long build forever. And I could absolutely see this being like the Bloodline starts to finally crumble here. The Usos lost again. Oh my God, what now? Well, maybe they go. I don't want to say they go away, but maybe they don't hang out with Roman as much now, and now it's just Solo. And then Solo loses, and now Roman's pissed off, so he kicks him out. I'm just thinking maybe small implosion, maybe come like SummerSlam, Roman's alone.
For once. So what it was is Heyman pointed at Kevin and Sammy, but he was looking at the Usos when he said the tribal chief is losing patience with the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
God, he's such a great storyteller.
He's the man. I love Paul Heyman.
And it's subtle things like that have made this whole story as big as it has been.
Yeah, it's him. It's his great storytelling and all the little subtle stuff at the same time.
Jay in particular with all the subtle stuff too.
Oh yeah, Jay's the man.
All right, so on to AEW. The four pillars squared off on the mic in the opening segment before, which was great, by the way.
I liked it. No arguments.
They both got all three of them, got heated with each other, which is great to see because it's almost like none of them are really the babyface or the heel in this situation. They all literally just want MJF.
Exactly. They're all in it for the same prize. They all want the world title. They all want to beat MJF. This whole thing started out very WWE. Everybody got their shit in. Everybody said some stuff. MJF comes out and was like, "Oh, don't fight over me." Da 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 da. And we're building. I like this personally myself. I'm like I like the idea of them getting away from the Fatal 4-Way idea and having like a singles match. Something tells me it's Darby's turn. Like Darby will be the first one. And I think that's where it's gonna suck, because like if there's any one of those three that should beat MJF, to me it's not Darby and it's not Jungle Boy. It's Sammy. And now whether that would be help with Jericho or not, I think Sammy would be the better option to beat MJF if it ends up being one of those three. I don't think he's the best overall option. That's not what I'm saying. So if anybody says that, that's not what I'm driving at. If the idea is MJF is losing to one of the three pillars, the one of the three pillars it needs to lose or win, I should say, is Sammy, and that's my opinion. I just think it's the best move.
I mean, I think they all deserve a singles shot.
Absolutely.
I just think it would look really good on paper and on TV to have literally a match between the 4 pillars for the big title on a pay-per-view.
It'd be great.
Somehow, I don't see it end up being one-on-one either way. Like, there was some shenanigans this week that led to Sammy winning thanks to MJF's interference.
There'll be more shenanigans next week.
Yeah, we're probably going to get it next week too. And then TK, coked up, probably going to be like, well, you know what? Them 2 got screwed, so they get a title shot too.
Everybody's wrestling. I can see him now just start twitching.
Yeah, because the heel's not going to get his way.
No. But I did love the whole thing where he's all like, here, he's all, you got to lay down for me. Which, by the way, that confused the fuck out of me. Did it confuse you? It confused the fuck out of me. He's all like, I'm going to need you to lay down. And I'm like, why would he lay down in the opening match? And then I later on got it, but I was like, that's fucking weird as shit. But then he's all like, here, I'll give you a blank check. And I don't know what the fuck he wrote on it. He probably wrote your mother's ass or something. And he's just like, you got it. And I'm like, goddamn, how much money does fucking MJF have?
I mean, his initial reaction was perfect. Yeah, right. Any number you want. Okay.
I died. I was like, yep. That's how you know you broke all of a sudden.
And Renee saw the figure and she was like, oh, that's a fair amount.
I believe it. Yeah, to fucking not be world champion, better at least give me $250,000.
There's got to be a lot of zeros on there.
Too many to count.
Sammy's in his head thinking, how many Jordans can I get?
Oh, yeah, all the J's. So he's probably thinking about, I've been needing some new pop figures. All the pop figures.
What restaurants does Ty like?
What's about the... You think we can go to the Brazilian steakhouse all the time? It's just like going home.
But also, it's got to be a question of which one screws one first, because obviously Sammy and MJF, they're playing each other.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's where I'm at myself. It's like, is it going to end up being something that completely breaks down? Is like Sammy going to get pissed off because, oh, you didn't help me win, and then turns into some giant brawl, and then that's when we get the cooked up decision of, oh, it's a fucking 4-way anyway. Oh, okay. So I don't personally, I don't want to sound like I'm going to contradict myself. I don't mind the one-on-one. I feel like we're going to revert to it, like how you're pointing out. I just think if it's going to be a one-on-one, Max has to lose.
Yeah.
That's where my thought process is. That's where my thought process is, because you're going to take one of the 3 pillars and they're going to lose. And honestly, it's like, look at everyone that's lost to a world champion. They fall hard. Brian was off television for like couple months. Now, granted, he was injured as fuck, but he was off television for months and he still hasn't done anything. He's basically a manager now. And, maybe in a couple of weeks, that thing will change. But again, I'm looking at that like anybody who loses to MJF right now is going to go down. But if it's in a 4-way, it'll be one of those things where I think it'd be a less impactful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're fighting fucking 2 more dudes at the same time. But I don't hate the idea of a singles, but it's got to work. I don't hate the idea of the 4-way, but it's got to work. It's just one of those things where it's just, this has to work out. There's certain roads to go down, and if they don't go down these roads, then we got problems. I don't want no problems.
Yeah, it would definitely look good, look better for the 3 of them if you beat them all at once. Mm-hmm. Because it wouldn't be clean anyway.
Well, no, obviously not.
Whereas, if you beat one of them one-on-one, they'd be like, okay, you're out of the equation.
Bingo. And then we're just, every pay-per-view, we're going to, you know what I mean? Like, I could feel like that could be redundant. It could get boring fast. MJF fucks 3 guys over at once. How you doing? Still AEW champion. I'm MJF. You're not.
It'd be funny if he knocked all 3 of them out with the ring and then just stacked them and like look, Roman, I stacked 3 people.
That would be the biggest middle finger anybody can give right now, and I would be all fucking for it. All goddamn for it.
I wonder if MJF could pull off a 1,000-day run.
Yes.
For one thing, AEW have the advantage of not as many pay-per-views as WWE.
Exactly. That's one. Two, he's that big of a douchebag where he can always find a win. He can always find a way. He can always do this. He can always do that. I mean, look at the match I just talked about with him and Bryan. You swore to God, it was over. It was over. There's nothing he could do. They're not even gonna let him fucking cheat to win, and he still cheats to win because he's the man at being the bad guy. Yeah, I could definitely see him go 1,000 because I could see 500, no problem. 1,000, I'm like, you're gonna start beating guys you kind of don't want to beat, but I understand it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It would make sense.
I mean that's the position Roman's in now. He's beat everybody there is to beat. What the fuck is he gonna do for another 11 months?
But exactly. But he's over 1,000. That's my whole gimmick. It's not like it's well, let's make it 2,000. Why? Like 1,200. Why? Like again, like I keep reverting back to. If you look at it, anybody who had over 1,000-day reign, they just didn't know. They didn't know what to do with booking. They were building stars with that. That's why Hogan had 900-day reigns. That's why Backlund had 900-day reigns. That's why Pedro Morales had 1,800-day reigns. Bruno Sammartino had 1,800-day reigns. You know, it's because they didn't know what else to do. They couldn't build around anybody else. They built around you.
And they didn't have to do as much.
Exactly. And because there wasn't television like that, and if there was, it was Once a Blue Moon where everybody was watching it anyway because fucking wrestling was a thing. And, as long as we sold out the gate, it was a win. Exactly. Different times.
Moving on from that, the Outcasts against Britt and Jamie. I don't know what it was. It just felt like this probably should have been a pay-per-view match.
A little bit.
I know it was announced well in advance, but it just felt kind of out of place on free TV.
It did, and you want to know why? Because this is the original versus the Outcast. This is Britt and Jamie, the OGs, against the outsiders, if you will, whatever. Now, the only reason why I'm exactly in the same boat as you, where I'm like, this felt like a waste, is because, like, if you add Paige in there and you add, say, like, a Riho or a Statlander or whatever, then that's a pay-per-view match. But this was one element away from being a pay-per-view match, and I'm like, but on paper, it's a pay-per-view match. But I'm like, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm like, I mean, I guess. Now, do we have a reason to see it in a three-way, a six-woman match? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the time now.
Not based on this match, but certainly later on in the Adam Cole Jericho segment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what an asshole. What an asshole. Now, granted, I will admit that, like, I was a little less like, oh my God, don't beat her up, because I'm like, she's a woman, okay? She's a woman who just had a match. It's not like she's like a valet. It's not like with Edge in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because this felt a lot like the Edge and Beth Phoenix gimmick. And it's like, Beth hasn't been wrestling in a minute. You know what I mean? She's a fucking mom now. That attack made sense, but then they also did the concerto and shit. It's like, bro, it's a kendo stick. You went to war with Thunder Rosa, bro, bleeding all over the joint. What the fuck? Like, this should be Nathan to you. This should be nothing. You should be fucking powering through this shit. But, like, I guess. Whatever.
I mean, she was also surrounded.
That's fine. Well, then have her fucking mobbed. Have her get beat up by more than one person, because in all reality, all it was fucking Paige just beating her with a kendo stick, and just Paige. If you would have had her beating her and then the other two stomping her out, okay, fine. That's different. Hey, dude, it's outnumbered. I don't care how good you are. You're outnumbered. It's 3-on-1. But it was a 1-on-1 again when most of your big matches were hardcore, vicious matches. So to me, it was just like, but again, this is the thing that kills. This is the thing that I have to remind myself. I have to keep reminding myself. I'm a 20 plus year, almost 30-year fan. I've been there. I've seen it almost all of it. And I have to keep remembering that there's going to be a little bit of repeat stuff, and they're going to do some stuff that is supposed to make sense to the casual motherfucker. Not so much to me, because I already knew what the fuck was going to happen.
Yeah.
This is one of those instances where I'm just like, I hope the fans get it more than I do. But as a fucking smark, I'm going to have to use that word. She's a fucking goddamn wrestler, bro. Like, you should have got some more shit in.
I think they kind of sold it well too. Like, we knew what was coming, but Jericho's like slow turn and then handing Saraya the stick was just a nice villain move.
It's all good shit. Oh, dude, fucking Adam Cole, he's screaming, "Let it go!" First off, he's loud as shit. Didn't have no idea he was that loud. But like, he made you feel like, okay, the fucking skit's over. Skit's over now. We can stop this. Gave you a little realism.
Yeah, did she yell his real name at 1.2?
I think so.
She real named him.
She real named him. Don't do it. No, because his first name's not really Adam. It's
Is it Austin? I think.
Yeah, it was the Austin. That's right, for you extra smarks out there.
Outcasts have been kind of hit and miss. Some people are okay with it. Some are just like, I don't give a shit.
The NWO stigma has officially hit them hard.
Yeah, but I did like the reveal in this segment where they almost came out of nowhere. They just suddenly appeared behind Britt.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like that part.
And then commentary was like, "Oh shit, turn around."
Yep. The reaction from everybody was great. It was well played. Like I said, there was a lot of pluses to it. It was just that one thing that stuck out to me, just that one. But other than that, I really enjoyed the segment. We're probably gonna get like a Jericho, Saraya, Britt Baker, and Adam Cole match, and I think that would be awesome. If I talk about safety and people that have been hurt, and if there's anybody that can carry somebody, Britt Baker and Adam Cole are two of the safest goddamn workers we have in this company. We have in AEW. And if there's anybody who's going to protect Saraya, it's going to be Britt Baker. And if there's anybody that's going to make sure fucking Jericho doesn't get hurt prior to his fucking world tour or whatever goddamn concert tour he's getting ready to start, it's going to be Adam Cole. So I like this. I like it a lot.
And vice versa, Jericho protecting Adam Cole, who's just come back from a major injury.
Bingo.
There's safety all around in this one. And Jericho and Saraya is a very interesting combination, which we've never seen before.
Right? It makes you think. Could be a badass little combo.
We also saw the return of a legend in AA.
My man Clark Anderson, they did. He came back. The whole TSK was going bananas. Wardlow kept talking about a horseman. And I was like, oh, no, Tully's back. And nope, it's the man they call Clark.
Anon Anderson is such a fucking badass.
He's the fucking man. But here's the thing that killed me, because I died of laughter. He's just like, well, they broke through your window, and they destroyed your car, and they took all your stuff. Well, that's kid shit. But when they took your title, well, that's serious now. And I'm like, Arn, what the fuck?
That is so old school.
I'm like, they destroyed my car. It's my fucking rental. I had to pay for this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you over here worried about a goddamn title belt? I don't give a shit about this title belt. But
that's that old school thing. That championship is more important than the fucking car.
Than your $70,000 Cadillac. Oh,
never mind all your shit in the bag. They took the belt.
They took your belt. You should feel disrespected to the utmost. Like, oh my God. But Arn is the man. Nobody else could give that line to Wardlow. There's not another fucking soul of a man that can give that line to Wardlow and it fucking not make sense. That was awesome.
And you believe every word Alan Anderson says. Like, I ain't not fucking with this old guy.
I'm not fucking ever gonna argue with Arn Anderson. Not once. Never, sir.
Then of course we come to the match. The way it was built made it kind of obvious Wardlow was going to win, but at the same time, going into it on paper, I wouldn't have thought Hobbs' reign would have ended this quick. But
He
at the
had wall of like 4 defenses on Rampage.
yeah, and
And I'm
then
not,
again,
not
that's the
saying
TNT title. It is a little hot
I
potato.
think. Well, not only that, here was my original argument in the TS case in the kind of like, hey, slow down. And I was like, why all of his defenses on Rampage? Well, it is the TNT title. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you make it sense. You make it a sense.
So again, I ask, where the fuck is Jade?
I think they announced her and Taya Valkyrie on Dynamite for next week for the TBS title.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm here. Check this out. Taya, I love Taya to death. I do. I'm telling you, you want a women's match for Double or Nothing, a true real women's match for Double or Nothing. Let Jade just cash in the TBS title against Jamie Hayter. Since nobody can beat Jamie Hayter, you make that move. And if Jamie loses, because Jade is unstoppable, and then you have a tournament to crown your new TBS championship. That way, you get eyes on your women's division. You get Jamie Hayter out of that whole thing, and then her and Britt Baker can, fucking just tag team, do bullshit, whatever, or we could just get single match fucking glory, whatever. Or both of them can compete against each other in the TBS title. There's stories we can make, especially if you're going to turn it into a tournament, which, again, is the easiest way to go.
Oh,
Easiest way
TK
to
loves
go.
his tournaments.
Exactly. So let's make it happen. You build stars that way.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
But I mean, Wardlow looked good. 3-time TNT champion. The match was
Wow.
also very enjoyable.
Hoss me down. What a
Um,
hoss battle this was, boy.
Yeah, but like, not only did they beat the shit out of each other, there were some great spots with Arn Anderson and QT.
Oh my god. So Arn with the whole fucking amen with the Glock. I was like, there goes the Glock.
And again, only he can pull that off.
Only he can. Hits a great DDT.
Yes.
Good God.
That was a beautiful DDT.
I'm glad Arn's back. For those, Arn went away for a little bit, and then on top of that, he had to battle, the loss of his son, and that's not easy for any man, any father, anybody. So it's I'm glad he's back. I hope he's hurting a lot less, and this is awesome. If this is Wardlow's new guy, fucking sign me up, baby. Sign me up.
And we seem to know Wardlow's next challenger already in Christian and Luchasaurus.
Okay, that already killed me. I'm sorry. So first and foremost, I don't know if we've talked about it yet. So the difference in this dude's mask is it's red.
Yeah.
Es todo. That is the only fucking difference I've seen. That's it. That by the way, English translation, es todo, that means that's it. That I don't know. There's no fucking. I would and I might kick myself in the ass for this one later. I would rather see fucking Wardlow and Christian. I would rather see Wardlow and Christian.
I mean, they didn't actually make it clear who was challenging him.
I have it's Luchasaurus.
It's probably Luchasaurus.
I mean, they want to keep having Haas battles. That's fine. Make it the Haas championship. Big meaty men slapping meat. That's fine. Fucking, there's a whole crowd for that. I'm down. But you also don't have a lot of very big meaty men left. Like, you're going to have a couple of more guys. Like, what are you going to bring Lance Archer in? Lance Archer's in the fucking tournament to win the IWG, to win a shot at Kenny for the IWGP US title. So, you don't have very many Haas guys left. Brian Cage technically is Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So I just
Miro. Still don't know where the fuck he is.
If he comes back, he's got to win it, and then then we have officially hot potatoed this belt. We've officially made it the true WCW television title, and if that's going to be the case, you might as well change the name.
That's why I didn't like Christian and Luchasaurus coming out. Like, okay, it's a nice moment. Like, okay, you're a new champion, but boom, you got a challenger straight away. But I want to see him take it easy and have a little bit of a run first before we get a clear challenger.
Yeah, I don't. Now again, let me say it like this: I loved the WCW Television Championship. I loved how every single time the television championship was on the show, it was defended. and it was normally a decently good match. Whether it was William Regal, whether it was, sadly Disco Inferno or Alex Wright or, some other motherfuckers, Dean Malenko, it worked out really well. And it garnered viewership. If that's what you want to do with this one, this is my thing, and I'm sorry that I have to call it the nostalgia move, but change the title name, change it to the television title, TV title, fucking the internet title, for fuck's sake, if you really want to get so modern day or whatever, whatever. Change the name of the motherfucker, get rid of the TNT, get rid of the TBS, make them regular fucking titles of some sort. Don't brand them, and then have it defended every other week on television, And if that means that title is hot potatoed, that's because that is officially the new workers title WCW had made. It's the workers belt. It's the one who's going to be able to outwork everybody every single week to keep that belt. That's where it can work. And I think it could be awesome that way. If they do it. If. Giant ifs.
We also saw, like we said, the in-ring debut of Jay White against Commander, and man, another human highlight reel performance there from Commander.
This kid, he's a kid. I want to say 26 years old. He is officially all elite. Good for him. Glad he got signed. He's needed to be signed, so it works out awesomely. He has a very interesting style. He loves to do this rope walking. For anybody who knew Gran Metalik before he went to WWE, it's a very similar style. Just he's smaller than Metalik, so it's kind of nice. It was interesting, though, to see Jay White work with an all-lucha guy. He doesn't do that often, or hasn't done it often, considering where he was in Japan. But he was able to do it and work well. He saved him a couple of times, like doing some moves. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, thank God Jay White's got fucking 79 abs and can stop anybody who's doing anything. So, but it was cool. It was a shock to see fucking Sean Spears hanging out in the crowd. I'm like, oh, hey, where you been? But he's been on daddy duty, so I can't necessarily blame him. Hey, you got to take care of the kiddos first. Gave Commanders the rope walk, rope walk moonsault, I believe, a 10, and gave fucking Jay White switchblade a 5, and I died laughing. And I'm just like, you're just picking a fight. So obviously they want to kick his ass because Juice Robinson's like, you only give it 5? That's bullshit. So he starts beating his ass. Ricky comes down in the most uncomfortable looking pants I've ever seen. Like, he looked like he couldn't run in them, 1, and 2, they looked like they belonged on somebody working on the side of the road. You know what I mean? I was just like, ay. But we're getting Ricky, and we're gonna get, was it Ricky Commander against Switchblade and Juice?
Yeah.
I guess whatever. Commander needs to start winning. I'm sorry. I love the kid, and he reminds me. He is the Juventud. He is Juventud Guerrera of this era right now. He's the guy that, even though he's losing, his matches are so exciting you don't want to not watch him. You want to watch him.
As for FTR, they reluctantly now have to team up with Lethal and Jarrett to avenge Mark Briscoe. I rewound it like 3 times to see who the hell was attacking Mark Briscoe, but it was the Varsity Athletes.
Yeah, the Varsity Athletes beat down Mark Briscoe. Mark
Briscoe's so funny.
He's hilarious, and he's just like,
Great,
I know. Go. That's right. Yeah, I can go. I know what you talking about. I'm going there, man. I was like, yep, that's Mark Briscoe, all right. That's Mark Briscoe. I fucking love him. But yeah, no, that's the weirdest fucking pairing in the entire world, being Lethal and Jarrett and fucking FTR. But is there even 4 nerds on the Varsity Athletes?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't even tell you who's in the Varsity Athletes.
I don't know. Oh, that's the problem, bro. That's the problem.
They showed us a very brief clip of them attacking Mark Briscoe. It was like 5 seconds long. They didn't actually address the Varsity Athletes. It was just, oh shit, he got attacked. And also, the timing of it, Renee was like, so I just need to tell you that Mark Briscoe got attacked earlier today. and he's in the trainer's room right now. Why are you telling him now?
It's Josh Woods and Tony Nese. Oh, but it's Arya Daivari and what's his face? Who else is with him? It's Arya Daivari and somebody else. Arya Daivari, Tony Nese. Come on. Josh Woods, Tony Nese, Arya Daivari. I don't know. I'm seeing 3. I know there's a 4th one. Is it Lee Moriarty? Maybe it's Lee Moriarty.
I
can't fucking tell.
We got too many factions.
I mean, yeah. I don't know who their 4th would even be. Because like the last time these fucking guys had a match, the whole the varsity athletes is just Josh Woods and Tony Nese. So does that mean that they're gonna have to? I don't know. I'm already confused as fuck. Like, so goddamn confused.
I think it is Lee Moriarty. Yeah.
I would hope fucking so, dude. Because I can't think of anybody else that would be on that fucking team.
No.
Would it be that fucking fucking Sonny K or whatever the fuck his name is? Sonny D, whatever. Some fucking nerd. No, not Sonny Kiss. No, some fucking nerd that's on Ring of Honor.
Oh.
The fucking white guy looking all rapper guy, but he hangs out with Arya Daivari.
It's one of those things you got to watch Rampage or Dark or something.
Gotta watch the bullshit.
Obviously Jarrett and Lethal are going to turn on FTR.
Is it writing that much on the wall?
I mean, you can't trust fucking Jeff Jarrett as far as you can throw the guy.
Well, he could throw tortillas pretty far. That's about it.
He can swing a guitar too.
Yeah, that fucking guy. Don't you swing no guitars anymore, asshole.
The Acclaimed, they got the win over JAS, blah, blah, blah. That kind of seems like it's being dragged along too. But then finally, the only other thing we got to talk about really is the Elite and BCC getting into it again.
Gotta keep it going.
I'm liking this mean streak from Kenny. He's got a dark side to him. He said he wished he'd have pulled that screwdriver out of the turnbuckle and jammed it into Moxley's head. B-Dry still taunting everybody, calling them amateurs. That's going to be on a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, it is. It is.
The big surprise in this segment was Don dragging Takeshita into everything to make the save.
It was crazy, that you pointed out, Brian kept calling, oh, you guys are amateurs, everybody but you, Kenny, you disappoint me. You have so much talent and you disappoint me. And I'm just like, I love this whole fucking thing. And it felt like a fight, you know what I mean? Like a whole fucking fight. Like, they weren't breaking it up. It wasn't a one-sided beating. They got jumped, but they were able to come back. And it felt like a real fucking fight. Like they were trying to build towards something for real. This felt very old school, very 80s. I know I say that all the time, but it did give off a real feel. And when Don came down with a chair, I was like, first off, that ain't going to do you jackass shit. And secondly, I was really thinking this is when Hangman shows up.
Yeah.
This is when Hangman shows up. It's the Cowboy's turn. And the Cowboy doesn't show. Instead, it's Takeshita. And Takeshita runs down. And he's got no problem helping out Katie because, hey, Don said, come help. So I'm here to help. And he's loving it. And I'm loving it. And the fans are loving it. But if you pay attention, the Bucks and Kenny aren't loving it. They don't hate it.
Yeah, they're confused.
They just don't. He's like, why we didn't ask for Takeshita? Like, what are you doing? Like, they were a little worried about Don, and so that's where this is going to start. Now, everybody's looking at Don now. And now it's Don. My mic, can you stop fucking around? Like, I'm over here trying to, world-class podcast. You're fucking shut up.
That motherfucker hacking us again.
He has to be. Like, I'm telling you, like, okay, dude, I accepted your challenge, Haas. I need you to calm down. I need you to take it easy. Take it easy, okay? So I can finish the show. Then we'll fucking deal with you at the goddamn show. Anyways, it's just all eyes are going to be pointed at Don, and eventually Don's going to go bye-bye, and that's going to be great, So I'm thinking maybe maybe they build towards this whole match at the next pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. Maybe they do the not Stadium Stampede. Was it Blood and
Blood and
Guts?
Guts.
And they take out Takeshita. So who are they going to get to replace Takeshita? And here comes Hangman. You know what I mean?
Which Don ain't gonna like, because obviously Don's playing some shenanigans. He doesn't want Hangman involved.
He doesn't want the Hangman. He doesn't want the cowboy. He's a stupid cowboy, as he says.
But Don was hilarious when he brought the chair out and was like, "No, I got a better idea."
Oh yeah,
And when he got Takeshita,
he's like, "You know what? I can't swing this very well. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here."
but Takeshita sold it really well too. Don was like, "I need you to go fight them." Fight them? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. See, I got him now.
Yo, Mascaras, stop it.
Like, brother, man, for real. No, I was immediately got Kota Ibushi vibes off of this whole thing, and I'm like, this feels a lot like the Golden Lovers. So, but I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited.
All right. That's all AEW. Let's find out this week's Geek of the Week.
Pencil neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek.
All right, so this week's Geek of the Week, I think I've talked about him in weeks past. Maybe I did, maybe I haven't. But he's definitely coming back into the game this week. Ladies and gentlemen, last week was, I think, Bret Hart over some stupid shit. Guess what? It's fucking Eric Bischoff over some stupid shit. And he even fucking contradicted himself. So earlier on, I want to say the end of May. Not the end of May. We're not even in May. At the end of March, he had put out a tweet. Oh, no, not a tweet. He had said in his podcast that Bill Goldberg, he would be shocked to see Bill Goldberg in AEW. Like, there's no way he would do it. You know, he doesn't need the money. He's too big of a star. All these dumb things. 6 days ago, he said, "Hey, Mr. TK, take out your checkbook and sign Goldberg and have him and CM Punk if you want to sell out Wembley." And I'm like, huh? And now 3 days ago, he's doubling down on that fucking dumbass statement by saying that is your official main event. That should be your world star. This whole other bullshit, and it's just like, huh? We're talking about a guy. Again, when Goldberg first came back in his mid 50s or whatever, hey, it worked for a little bit. You know what I mean? And it did okay. Now, granted, he buried Kevin Owens. And it is what it is, but it did okay. And I'm going to say it like that, okay. His last match, he couldn't lift The Undertaker. Now, I understand AEW's got a lot of smaller guys, but you're really going to bring in some super fucking old head that is known for being the E-guy right now to come in and squash all your dudes because you were a Goldberg fan as a kid? That doesn't make very much sense to me. So how would it make sense to you? It's stupid. It's asinine. It's not a money grab. It's a stupid fucking idea. There's many matches you can make with their current roster as a main event for this Wembley show that could make more money than that alone. And I can bet my dollars on that one. I'll bet my dollars on that one. And one of them, and I've already kind of been back and forth about it, is a three-way. Is FTR and CM Punk versus the Elite. You know. Yeah. Now, granted, I personally say you do it with Hangman because he's the guy that started the animosity gimmick. That's who should do it. If you really need to do a one-off match between Punk and Omega, then do a one-off. But I don't think he should be in that because I truly think if you're going to sell out Wembley, you make it, Will Ospreay against Kenny Omega for the IWGP US title. Will Ospreay wins it in Wembley. Oh my God, place goes bananas. Or we get Omega Okada, or Omega Tanahashi, or an Omega, no, I wouldn't say Omega Tanahashi, like an Omega Naito, Omega, somebody else huge. Sure, we got it. And Omega Kota Bushi. Okay, bitchin'. I feel like you need a Ric Flair. You need a gigantic star. This is my main event. You need it. You need it.
Yeah. Guarantee you, if I'd booked tickets for Wembley and they announced Goldberg for the main event, I'm selling the tickets.
Hey, you and me both, Jack. And I wouldn't I'm out here on vacation. Fucking vacation ended early. We're going home, goddamn.
I'm going home. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Bischoff's always believed his own hype.
I don't know when he ever has it, but then again, when you're a fucking male model, that's kind of what happens.
So now for this week's Bestler of the Week.
Yeah.
I kept it pretty simple this week. It was just somebody who had a great match, did a lot of crazy shit. And I'm excited to see a lot more of him in AEW now. And that's Commander. Plain and simple. He did a lot of crazy flippy shit. That's all there is to it.
I'm not laughing like that. I'm laughing like that because it's as much as we love to joke about it. The internet motherfuckers go bananas. Oh, this guy can't stop flipping this, flipping that, flippy, this. But yeah. It's impressive as fuck, homie. Let's keep it real. Let's call a dollar what a dollar is. It's impressive.
Let's see you walk the ropes.
No,
and then do a flip.
Hey, and Rob can attest to this. I could barely walk the motherfucking stairs, player. All right.
So there you go. There's your best for the week. No 60-second promo this week. You may get lucky again with me next week. But thank you for spending your Thursday with us. Before we go anywhere, here's what Moses has for you pencil neck geeks this week on the A to B of Retro Rewind.
Damn right, Retro Rewind. So here's what I'm going to try to do. So a lot of fun stuff coming down. Oh, by the way, I haven't said anything. For those who are out there celebrating the holiday, be safe. Do not overindulge. Make sure you have snacks and agua nearby. And do not, for the love of Jesus Christ, do not drive after you have indulged. I know what y'all do, and I know how much y'all think y'all safe drivers out there. We not. You understand? We not. Thank you. But with that being said, so everything is going down in a crazy, crazy fashion. So everybody got busy. Life hit us hard. The TSK is not taking, we're not just necessarily taking a break. We are literally waiting for an open gap to record. So with that, we have a Forbidden Door 2 that we want to try to build a card off of. We want to try to build a card that would sell out Wembley. So that would mean 90,000 seats, not just kind of sort of sell the bitch out. And then as for that, what I'm thinking about doing, just to try to get everybody some extra fun stuff, as Retro might go back to being solo just for a couple of weeks. And then for sure, come, I think the second week of May, all TSK, all Retro comes to a complete and total halt for at least a month, strictly due to finals month, in my opinion, because I have programs to start writing. I've got things to be doing, and it's a lot harder than just, hey, go take a finals test. So I'm preparing myself, but because of that, we'll take the night's hiatus. We'll come back. We'll make sure to have all kinds of stuff for you. But until then, already know how it goes. You got to keep on there and just, stay with the pluggy plugs. And the easiest way to do that and the best way to do that is by following all the social medias, hitting us on the evil Twitter machine at Max Wrestling UK, at the Captain 512, and at SMR Podnet. And of course, checking out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And make sure you're following and hitting the sub and the follow on all the beautiful socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. We're still on our way to 1,000 people, and we're waiting on you to get us there.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned the holiday, because obviously you weren't here for the intro, and I just said it's your favorite Thursday of the year. So
it is my favorite.
With that said, join us next week, as we will be exactly 1 month away from Full House and Double or Nothing, and just a week away from Backlash. Same Max time, same Max channel. You've been watching the Cap and Mo. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Yeah.
hacker, big dog. Man, check your service.